of me with like. Oh well. Anyways. So, I have not been filming for quite a while. You know, I have not been filming for months. You know, we posted last week. I'm still trying to post every week. Trying to get back into the habit right now. Haven't done goth makeup in quite a while as well. I mean, I did do goth makeup, but I didn't do like full-on trad goth makeup. As in, I did casual goth. That's all I did for a long while. Yeah. New video. This one, kind of scandalous. Most of the time, too much information. Also, very, very humbling video of me. That's like, you know, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say? Yeah. I will not name names because, you know, I can't. I'm not allowed to. So sad. So I will just, you know, just name the things, but I will not tell you who was it. And I will also be including my like 1 week relationships when I was like a teenager. Yeah. Let's start. Editing kata. Video title: Things my exes have done, but I still somehow stayed. Number 1. Choked me out. This one, I should have left as soon as that happened. But I did. I started crying and I just went home and I was like, ugh, so done. And he texted me and he was like, actually, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Please don't block me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, I forgive you. I shouldn't have. What was wrong with me? I should not have forgiven that. So that's number 1. Number 2, cheated on me. This one is with several. This is not even just one ex. Yeah. One cheated on me with a minor. One cheated on me after only being with me for 2 weeks. One cheated on me when I cannot say that. I can't. Sorry. But that's that. Okay, next one. This one is gonna be horrifying, but most of them, all of them, let me fix that. All of them had girl best friends. If you're a guy, you might be like, well, what's wrong with that? Like, you know, you can be like friends with girls and stuff. If you're a girl, you would know. Yeah. Number 4. Number 4, tried to make me sell my collection. If you know that I collect stuff a lot. This one is kind of funny. He begged me to take my virginity for like weeks until I was like, ugh, fine. And when I did, this man proceeds to tell me, oh, we're only dating so I could get to know you. After I already gave him my virginity, because I was like, oh, like, you know, he must like, you know, really want to like date me and like, you know, to like be together. That was horrifying. I had one boyfriend that always used me for money, always made fun of my interests. This one, I don't know how I stayed that long. I think I tried to break up for a long time in that one, but constantly made fun of my hobbies, constantly made fun of my interests, said like, ew, like they're childish, ew, like they're weird, like, not vibing with whatever you're doing. Like, bitch, you know who you were with the moment you met me. Like, it's not hard to tell what kind of person I am. I had one boyfriend that pretended to not know me in public. I have no self-respect, I think. I should have left right then and there. But yeah, we would like be walking, you know, him and his friends in front, and I would like just be in the back. He would pretend to not know me. He would not speak to me. He would just talk to his friends. Yeah. Or in public, you know, he would like just like go in front and like not walk with me. Yeah. Wasn't able to have a single interaction with me without trying to make it sexual. Surprisingly, there were too many of these. Too many that I'm too ashamed to admit. Too many. I don't know what's wrong with people these days, but too many people, you know, cannot have a normal interaction with you without trying to make it sexual when you're dating. Not even before dating. That was even before dating. A bunch of these before dating. I don't know. That, yeah, I should have had more self-respect. I should have just walked away. But I was like, you know, well, okay, you know, I'll give it to them one time and then they will stop bothering me. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. Had this one ex that really loved gore, would constantly watch gore videos on Reddit, talked about how he wanted to kill me too, you know, and like gore me. Yeah. What's wrong with me? Why did I not leave? I don't know. Moving on. Raped me. This one, unfortunately, way too many times. Yeah, like for example, you know, I would be yelling no 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 no, and they would be like like no 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 no. I would be like freaking pulling my pants up, and they would be pulling my pants down, and I would be pulling my pants back up, and they'd be pulling my pants down, and I'd be pulling back up, and we would be like sparring, and like no, don't take my pants off, and they would be pulling my pants down, and I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And since I'm a woman, unfortunately, I don't have the strength to fight back, you know. Did end up getting raped, did end up crying, and only when I was crying, they realized that, oh shit, I'm raping her. Whoa, as if me not telling no like 100 times didn't tell you that. Wow, what? That's crazy. And then they apologized to me, and they were like, oh, I feel so bad now. Bro, why do you care about yourself? What about me? Bro, I was the one that was being raped. That was one of the instances. Moving on. I had one ex that waterboarded me. Well, okay. It wasn't like I was like waterboarded in like a, what do you call it, like a bucket. But I was waterboarded in a shower. I finally got out of it. You know, he was like holding my head down. After I got out, he was like, sorry, I'm just kinky like that, you know. I just thought it was kind of hot. I'm like, what? Bro, I was dying there. He was like, sorry. What? I had 2 exes that stalked me. This one, really funny. Listen, I have gone through pretty bad stuff, but in my opinion, this was gonna sound fucked up. I thought it was pretty cute. Listen, I might be fucked up in the head myself, but, you know, there was this one guy, for example, he found out my full name, my address, like everything about me, without ever talking to me. We only locked eyes with each other, like, sometimes, you know, that's it. Yeah, that's about that. We did end up dating though, and you know, most people would have been like, oh, that's like really creepy, he knows like my full name and like my address and everything without me telling him. Well, in my fucked up brain, I was like, wow, that's so sweet, because like, you know, nobody ever cares about me. But to others, this might seem pretty wild. Yeah, I had 2 exes like this. Groomed me at the age of 14. This one, listen, kind of might be, you know, how do I say, my fault for being very like, what do you call it? what's the word for it? Gullible? Yeah, I had, again, two of these. Am I proud? No. I had like, with one I had a 5-year difference. With one I had, how many year difference? Like 10. Pretty crazy, but yeah. This one, pretty funny. This ex hated everything about me. He despised me, but he dated me for some reason. This ex, okay, I had two actually that hated me, but one that wasn't like, it's extremely hateful as the first one. But he would hate if I succeeded in any way. Like, for example, I would be doing good at school, he would like, oh, how dare you? Or for example, I would be like, like looking pretty or something, he'd be like, oh, like, how dare you? Or for example, I would like have a hobby, and I like succeed in that hobby, he'd be like, oh, I hate her. Like, or for example, he liked writing poetry, right? One of them liked writing poetry. And I was like, oh, like, like, he likes writing poetry, I will write something for him, because it will be meaningful, like, I will write him love poetry, like, back. I wrote him love poetry back. Guess what was his reaction? Oh, I hate that you're better at me, but, like, better than me at the things that I like. And he hated me just, like, all the time. I don't know. This one, pretty funny. I had an ex put my whole foot in his mouth. Listen, it was pretty traumatic for me. Some people, I'm not judging, maybe you have a feet fetish. Me, personally, I don't have a feet fetish. I hate anything wet touching my feet. I hate anything touching my feet for that instance, because my feet are, like, extremely sensitive, I don't know how to explain. Just, like, one, like, and I go, like, wow, like, oh, like, I hate it. And then this man, he puts a whole fucking foot up his mouth. Without my consent, I try to pull back my leg, I'm like, no. He's like, he like eats my fucking feet, and I'm like, oh, help me, because I'm like in like so much, like, I don't know how to explain. It's so uncomfortable. It feels like stepping on a really wet, like, warm slug. Have you ever stepped on a slug? Imagine that. It's so gross. I can't. Oh, no. Wanted me to become a trad wife. This was for 2 exes. This one is pretty funny, especially if you look at me in general. I mean, just look at me. Do I look like someone that would become a trad wife to you? Write your answers in the chat. No! Whoa! What? So I had like around 2 exes that wanted me to become a trad wife. One didn't say it explicitly, one did say it explicitly. Yes. So one was like, I want you to become a trad wife. I want you to have 10 children with me. I want you to be a stay-at-home mom. I want you to cook for me. I want you to clean the house for me. Me, a feminist. Me, a fucking... I mean, okay, feminists can have kids still. Me, a feminist. Me, a punk. Me, a goth. Just like whatever, alternative person. Me that is like fucking scared of childbirth. Me that, does not go by traditional values at all. Wow. The second one, he didn't say it explicitly. He just expected me to do every single thing his mom did for him. I had 3 boyfriends that manipulated me. You know how manipulation goes. Like, for example, there was one instance, this one guy was gaslighting me constantly. He was like, for example, I was trying to break up with him, like, every week, second week, around that. He would just pretend that we never broke up. And I would think, oh, I didn't break up with this guy. Okay. So, yeah, that's that. I tried to break up with him for like half a year until he agreed to break up himself. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. You just like, but you break up with someone, then they gaslight you, like, no, you never break up with me. What do you mean? We never broke up. And they're like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. Or for example, there was this one guy that, for example, he never like even asked me out to be his girlfriend. He just said, you're my girlfriend now. And I was like, oh, what, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. There's also one instance. Three? Two. At the time he didn't drink, so. Two exes that abused drugs and alcohol. And for some reason I thought, yes, this is the man I want to date. For those who have been with addicts would know that this is kind of a red flag. It wasn't that much of a red flag for me personally, but it should have been. It should have been. This one is kind of funny. I tried to fuck my friends. This one, apparently he still tries to fuck my friends, but you know, I'm not involved there anymore. I just, you know, I turn a blind eye. Yeah. Didn't care about the stuff I hate or love. For example, there was stuff that I really hated and really loved. Like normal persons, you know, they have that stuff. And for example, he would buy me stuff that I really hate, then get angry at me that I hated that stuff. He was like, and what did I buy this for then, huh? What do you mean you don't want it? Even though I explicitly said I hate, for example, that flavor, you know. It wasn't like a, you know, a breakup kind of like red flag, but it was a red flag. This one kind of funny. Made fun of my living situation. I grew up really poor. These are all the boyfriends from when I was starting 14 to 19. Yeah, around that. So 5 year like. This one, he came over to my house, and he was like, you know, it's okay, like, take me to your house, like, I'm not gonna make fun of your living situation or anything, like, you know, just take me to your house, like, you know, I want to see how you live and all that. And I was like, no, like, you'll make fun of me, like, you know, I grew up really poor, blah. He's like, please. I'm like, okay, I'll take you to my house. I'll take him to my house. Guess what is the first thing he says? Oh, you live in a fucking shithole. Ew, you live like this? Ugh. What the fuck? You live in the fucking trash. I'm just like, this one isn't that big of a deal, but I had exes, actually a bunch of them, that were really stinky for no fucking reason. One had an extremely stinky room, always smelled like sweat. Actually, two of them. Very stinky. I don't know what's wrong with them. Like, for example, one went to gym and like didn't shower after gym. Showered like once a week, even while going to gym consistently every single day. That alone explains a lot. Like, you know, I understand not showering often if like you don't go to gym, you don't have an active lifestyle, you just sit most of the time. Like, that's okay, I understand. But if you're, you know, very active, you know, very like for example, some of them didn't brush their teeth. Some of them didn't wipe their ass. I don't know what was wrong with me. I should have left immediately, especially since that stuff actually like icks me out. If someone like smells bad or someone like doesn't brush their teeth. Like, for example, one, you know, boyfriend, he didn't brush his teeth. I just refused to kiss him at all. And somehow he was fine with that. He thought I was the rude one. I had this one ex that would constantly try to make me abuse him. I refused to. This one is kind of funny. I was, I think, 14 at the time. Really funny. Maybe 13. I think I was 14 though. Yeah, he like every single day he would be like, I want you to slap me, I want you to kick me, I want you to choke me, I want you to like, just like imagine anything like, you know, physically abusive. He wanted me to do that to him, and he would talk about it every single day. That would be all he would talk about. Actually, eventually I did end up breaking up with him over that issue, but it's still funny. I should have left sooner, as soon as like he did not talk about anything else, because, you know, I don't care if what you want done to you in bed. I want to know about you as a person, please. I want to know, what you like and everything else. This one was several, but still kind of funny. Did not know how to cook. This was at least 3 of them. Out of like 7? Actually, let me do a finger count right now. Don't mind the middle finger. But I think it's 8. I think it's 8. I'm just counting all the minor ones as well. So you can just go pinpoint who did what. Some of you may know. This one kind of funny. He turned out to be a Nazi. Listen, in my defense, he wasn't a Nazi when I met him. When I met him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a metalhead." Ooh. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, man." That means he's like alternative, probably has like okayish morals. Well, it was okay for a while until this man started being explicitly racist, started talking about how he wants black people to die, how he wants Indian people to die, how he, he also drew swastikas, that he was like, "I'm a skinhead now," and I was like, whoa, 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 that's like a big leap. He was like, "I'm a skinhead now," shaved his head, everything. I'd be a bit too ultra specific, but, kind of funny, but not funny, but kind of funny. For those who don't know about my gender identity, listen, I'm not a very big, crazy about it, but I'm non-binary, but not in a way that, I only use they, them. I use all pronouns because I simply do not have a perception of my gender besides what's in my pants. So, yeah, I'm non-binary. I go by all pronouns. I go by he, they, she, anything you want to use, it's fine. I go by anything. This man proceeds to make fun of my pronouns. Yeah, this one, problematic on my part. I'm a shitty friend for that moment, but tried to stab my friend, and I somehow stayed with him still. I'm very sorry. I did not have my priorities straight. To be fair, I was still in my developmental years. I am very sorry. I'm trying to be a better friend now, though I don't have many friends. What else? Actually, talking about friends, isolated me from my friends. That's actually one of the reasons I don't have many friends right now. Didn't allow me to go outside with anyone. Was extremely jealous, Yeah, I actually had a bunch of jealous boyfriends. Jealousy was, a lot for my boyfriends, but, I will say, you will call me crazy again. I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet, he loves me, Made me beg for him to love me more. This one, very low moment for me. I should have been, I'm actually very ashamed of myself. I should not be doing that to anyone. Yeah, he just had zero consideration about me, just acted very mean towards me all the time. And I was like, "Please, just love me more, think about me more, consider me more, please, think about my feelings, think about how to not hurt my feelings." And he was like, "Oh, you're so dramatic, ugh." And I was like, "Oh." This one is gonna be really funny, actually. Kissed men right in front of me, even though we were dating. Yes, it doesn't count because it's homies, it doesn't count. But also, bro, we're still exclusive, we're monogamous, and you're out there kissing men, and also you're "I'm straight," but you're kissing men. Oh, This one actually shocked me kind of. This one is kind of funny as well. Should have left because, like, you know, what? It's kind of funny, but you know, kissing with tongue and everything. Yeah. Apparently he has also sucked some dick. But that's not what we're talking about. This one, kind of, what the fuck, Kata? Left me to bleed out on the floor and vomit. Me when I'm high-key traumatized. And yeah, I was you know, post like operation thing. I was bleeding. I was vomiting. I was like, you know, taking painkillers. You know, every time I took a painkiller, whoa, take another painkiller. Whoa, take another painkiller. Whoa. I'm like, shit, I'm on my last one. You know, I take it, the last one. I want to vomit. I want to vomit so bad. I'm like, no, I will not vomit. I swallow. Thank God. Yeah, you know, I was in extreme pain, but I was actually vomiting from the extreme pain. I had everything. I had fever. I was vomiting. I was bleeding. I was in intense pain. I had shivers. Everything you can imagine. I called, he like, you know, he was like, I'm too busy to deal with this. And so he went away. And I was home alone on the floor in that state. And I was like, oh shit. And so I called the ER. You know, the ER tells me, what do you think we are? A taxi? I can't believe this. It's supposed to hurt. I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do? I'm literally dying and everyone's busy and I'm just home by myself. I specifically asked him, I was like, hey, are you free that day? Cause like, I'm gonna need someone to like be with me. Yeah. This one I should have broken up immediately. Was extremely sexist. Judgment on my part for like not being like, oh, what the fuck. But yeah, every time like he would like, for example, see a woman on his like feed, he would be like, oh, whore. Or like, for example, he would see photos of my friends, or for example, like, you know, and like, I don't know, summer, you know, like crop tops and everything else. Whore, you know, and like all that, and like constantly like slut shaming everyone, my friends, me, you know, hating women in general. He fucking hated women. Yeah, well, I guess because well, there was two people, and you know, constantly talk about like how like men are better. One of them proceeded to talk about how like, you know, women should only be sex slaves, how women shouldn't have rights, how women shouldn't have rights to vote. Yeah, I don't know why I was dating that. That's fucking horrifying. Borderline tortured me. Well, there are a lot of things I'm afraid. Like, for example, I'm very claustrophobic. This man proceeds to put me in very claustrophobic spaces. Yeah. What else? Spiders. Put spiders on me. What else? Yeah. I hate pain. Gives me pain. This one is kind of funny. I was in a hospital once, and how do I explain? Like, kind of one of my kidneys kind of failed. Not from like drinking. Actually, it was a very stupid reason why my kidney failed. Well, it didn't like really fail, as in like I needed to replace it, but this is on like, my kidney was like in insane pain. It was like, what do you call it? Insane infection, whatever. Just like, you know, my kidney was like fucking like, oh, dead, you know. Only like one of my kidneys was like somewhat fine, but one of my kidneys like it was dead. Yeah, the way I, this one's gonna sound funny. That was my experience why you don't use too much citrus fruits. I fucked up my kidney by having too much citrus fruits, as in I had too much vitamin C, I had too much like, you know, mandarins, everything, lemon. This is why your kidneys will be fucked up, because the acidity, I guess. I'm not sure, but I think it was from that, because like, you know, that was the only like thing that was like different nearing up to it, I guess. It could be anything else though. It could be anything else. Anyways, yeah, that happened. I'm in a hospital, insane pain. I'm like barely alive. I'm like holding on, you know. I'm actually in the room with the girl with the same thing, but she got hers from drinking too much. So I'm in the hospital, and I'm like feeling really shit, you know. Nobody can come because it's fucking COVID times, and nobody is allowed to have guests over, and I'm by myself there, and it's my birthday too. I'm there on my 18th birthday. Like, oh, it's fucking ass, you know. Like, I'm in the hospital. My family like hates me. Like, you know, my only boyfriend that like, you know, can't come. Have no friends. I'm isolated from my friends. Like, it sucks ass. And this man proceeds to text me like, do you even understand how I feel? It's your fault that I'm feeling like this. You make me feel so bad because I'm worrying all about you because you're in a fucking hospital. This is all your fault. I fucking hate you. I'm like, whoa, I should be the one that's feeling bad. I'm in the hospital. I'm like, you know, physically ill. And he's like, oh, how fucking dare you? I can't believe you're making me feel like this. This is all your fault. Somehow I still stayed with him. This one, what the fuck was wrong with me? Stole from me. Boo. Ripped apart my stuff while we were still together. Boo. Made fun of my food that I made for him every time. Made me starve. This one kind of, how do I say? Like, for example, if there was food, for example, I would like buy myself food sometimes because, like, you know, he did not provide any food for me. So I was like, okay, it's like I'll just buy myself, you know, something for myself. If I bought food for myself, guess what he did? He ate that food and I was still starving. So he had like, you know, his food and then like my food and then I was just starving there. And yeah. I should have left. Refused to share with me, but I was supposed to share my stuff. This one, not like a red flag to like immediately make it go like, ugh, like, you know, we can't be together. But also a red flag that would make you go like, you know, This is for several, but my friends did not like him. This is for at least 3, I think. If not 4, 3, I think. Well, my friends did not like him. And I, you know, did not trust their judgment. I should have, because they turned out to be very terrible people. Yeah. I had, how many exes? 2 exes that straight up bullied me. Not my best experience. My self-esteem obviously like plummeted completely. Yeah, you know, just like made fun of like anything, like the way I act, the way I, you know, the way I look, the things I do, what I eat, what else? The things I like, made fun of them. Anything in existence, like for example, I could be like, you know, watching one YouTuber and I would be like, ugh, fine, oh. Fuck, that was my current boyfriend. Fuck, I have to end the video now. Well, love you. Bye bye. Bye, dear diary.